New Star Wars, ladies and gents. Damon Lindelof, of all individuals. This is a project which was announced not that long ago. This is one of the only projects that has been announced which looks to be actually happening. So this is World of Real. They apparently have the exclusive here. Damon Lindelof's Star Wars movie set to shoot in April. And Charmin Obaid-Chinoy to direct. The exclusive. We'll take a look at Charmin in a moment. And Damon Lindelof, if you didn't know, famous for lots of mystery boxes and not really going anywhere. So I guess with the current state of Star Wars, it's a good company, you know, good company, because of course that was a bunch of mystery boxes that went nowhere. This was released, this article, not that long ago, a few days back now. I do apologise being a bit late on this. The new year, I think, crept up on everyone. But Damon Lindelof's Star Wars movie set to shoot in April. This is big news for a few reasons. This is unconfirmed at this point in time, but it's, you know, if true, this is big news for a few reasons. Primarily because none of the Star Wars projects that have been announced have actually amounted to anything. Nothing at all. Rogue Squadron, dead in the water. Rian Johnson's trilogy, dead in the water. It is interesting. I'm sure there's others, actually, in fairness. I'm sure there's a lot more. There's been an awful lot announced that have just dematerialised as quickly as they materialised on the announcement page. So let's dive into this and take a look. And interestingly, look, they say, you know, there hasn't been an actual Star Wars movie since 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. And the franchise's next film was said to be years away until today. But here's some very big news. I can report, and this is Jordan Romy, Damon Lindelof's Star Wars movie set in the sequel trilogy era, which I'm sure will have everyone just jumping for joy. Everyone will love this. Yeah. And I think the real take-home from this is set in the sequel trilogy era. It does mean that sequel trilogy characters can turn up. It's not like, oh, we're setting it after the fact, you know, roughly in that time. No, we're setting it in the sequels. So everyone can just turn up if we so wish. But that will apparently start production in April. The film will have a new set of leads, but some characters from the last Disney trilogy will be making an appearance. Because, gotta get them member berries. I don't mind a good member berry here. If it's done well, if it's a good member berry, I don't mind them. But unfortunately, a lot of Star Wars stuff haven't been able to implement member berries in a good and, you know, I think more importantly, an authentic way. Because that's the point about all this, right? Everything needs to feel a bit authentic, not just ham-fistedly shoved in. So Lindelof is writing the movie alongside Justin Britt Gibson, while Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, who most recently did Ms. Marvel, will be taking over as the director of this one. Now they state here, you know, Andor being a huge success for Disney, both critically and commercially. It actually hasn't been, like, I liked Andor a lot, but it hasn't been, you know, a commercial success. It didn't really get many views. It's quite conceivable to think that Disney figured this was the right time to make a new Star Wars movie. However, there are plenty of fans who are still upset with how the last trilogy turned out, and the Star Wars lost many diehards who vowed never to return in the process, which makes sense. There was a planned trilogy from Rian Johnson, originally announced in 2017. That's dead. Johnson keeps saying, oh yeah, I hope to make it, I wanna. So yeah, alright, sure. I'm sure you do, mate. And even this article was like, you know, my advice to Disney, don't hire Rian Johnson. Not because he's a bad filmmaker. He's a pretty good one. It stems from the fact that a majority of Star Wars diehards just plainly do not like him for what he did with The Last Jedi. Whether they warm up to Lindelof and Obaid-Chinoy is a whole other story. Lindelof's not good. Let's take a look at Obaid-Chinoy first, right? So, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy was born 12th of November 1978 in Pakistan. She's a producer and director known for Saving Face, A Journey of 1,000 Miles, Peacekeepers, A Girl in the River, The Price of Forgiveness. And, I mean, that's basically it, right? She has won 2 Oscars I mean, cool, I guess. And this is the thing. There's not a... She's fine. You know, you look at what she's produced. Loads of stuff. Loads of short films, which I don't see an issue with short film makers crossing over to the bigger screen. I think that's good. But there's nothing really of note here. Like, it's all fine. And then we go down to her directorial elements. And again, like, it's just short stuff. TV series here, co-director. Nothing huge. Nothing huge until we get to her big break, which was Ms. Marvel, which she did 2 episodes. So she is pretty new to all of this. You know, that's not a bad thing as an FYI. I'm not trying to say that that is a bad thing. But then, of course, it does matter who's writing it, and that is Damon Lindelof, of all goddamn people. So what's he best known for? Well, of course, Lost. I mean, the ultimate mystery box machine there. But what's he been doing recently that people would know about? Actually writing, because that's the thing. What capacity is he in with this? He's a writer. So he's done The Hunt, which I like The Hunt. I thought it was a good film, funny. He did Watchmen, which not a lot of people like. The Leftovers, Tomorrowland, A World Beyond. I mean, we're going way back. He's sort of been dipping in and out of Hollywood for a little while now. He was Flavour of the Week. You know, I mean, did World War Z, Star Trek Into Darkness. Peter Weyland, because obviously he did Prometheus, so he did the short video Peter Weyland Files, TED Conference, Cowboys and Aliens, and we're going way, way back. He was hot stuff for ages, right? People loved him. And then they were like, "Ooh, yeah, people don't like his name. Let's stop working with him." Was seemingly the response by Hollywood. But he's back. Of course, he's back. Yeah, like herpes, you just can't get rid of him, unfortunately. Be good if you could, but alas, you can't. So look, this will be interesting to see how this turns out. I don't think people are going to respond to Lindelof in a Star Wars setting. The only saving grace is the co-writer that may ground it, but that's actually about it. So this is interesting for a few reasons, because it's the first and pretty much only project that has now gotten off the ground. So I'll hand it on over to you. Good or bad, let me know down below in the comments. Are you keen on Lindelof or are you not? It's a bit like chalk and cheese. You know, some people really love him, some people don't. So let me know what you think down below. Again, drop all your thoughts there. Give the video a like and a share, please do. And check out my second channel, linked in the description box, Mistakes Reviews Live Archives. Cheers, guys. Take care.